Hey guys, Rorius here. Welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. We must have saved Onslaught 2 last time. Yes. So, we just did the initial trial and got Will Powers. Basically we got ourselves another day to look into things on behalf of Will Powers. Mr. Powers.
Yes?
Tell me straight, were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio?
I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping, honest.
So who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo?
How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really.
What? You should take better care of that stuff.
I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a Steel Samurai costume. So where does this leave me?
It doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now. Nick! What are we gonna do? First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could have conceivably done this. Right. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day. Right, but if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot.
You don't sound very optimistic.
I'm not optimistic at all, actually. Hey Nick, it's time. Okay, let's go.
What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that. Please don't sigh like that. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter?
The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studios was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there's still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts?
The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime.
Order. Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind, however. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized.
Right, great. As if the stakes weren't high enough. My health bar came up.
So who was this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed murder?
It's gonna save it? The assistant girl. Or the security lady. The assistant girl? It was the assistant. The Steel Samurai costume was in the dressing room. She stole it, and in doing so, she became the Steel Samurai.
So you're saying the Steel Samurai in the picture is really the assistant?
That's correct, Your Honor. Because the assistant was over there. If you're serious, you've got guts, Mr. Wright. Remember the photo? Wasn't the Steel Samurai a little lame? He was dragging his foot. Oh, uh-oh. Bad feeling time. I should have said the old lady. Remember the testimony concerning Powers' injury? Powers and poor Hammer were at the run-through. Oh, and me? What about the assistant? Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle. The assistant knew nothing of Mr. Powers' injury. She could look. I think I failed, by the way. She could look the Steel Samurai look with that costume, but she couldn't walk the Steel Samurai walk. She wouldn't have limped. That kind of takes the legs out from that case.
Mr. Wright, I'm afraid I have to penalize you on some warrant.
Nobody knows. Trouble's nobody knows. No! If you would, Your Honor. One more chance, please.
Very well, go ahead.
Okay, the security lady. It was the security lady, Ms Oldbag. Who? The Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about the morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady, Oldbag. I feel like such a failure for guessing the assistant first.
What? Whippersnapper!
Order! Is this true, Oldbag?
Oldbag? That's Ms Oldbag to you!
Ms Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself, in other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the Steel Samurai costume, and slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder.
Why would she have gone through the trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai costume?
Simple, Your Honor. Yeah, this makes so much more sense.
She knew the camera.
Oh, she knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers.
I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright.
Oh yeah, right. Oh yeah, right here. Sherlock Holmes 2, baby. That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection and some new damning evidence?
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter?
The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time.
What? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you'll think I did it? Is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there, do something.
What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take the whole way. Press further. Always pressure. The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Ms. Oldbag's actions that day.
But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer?
You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive, too.
Indeed.
That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope.
Wait just a minute! What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy, the one whose photo I erased.
He's only a grade schooler, though. As you said, 2nd or 3rd grade, was it?
That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds tops.
Your thoughts, Mr. Wright?
That boy is not the killer.
What? How can you be so sure? Oh, or is it be nice to the kids and mean to your elders day? Whippersnapper.
I have proof.
Proof?
Indeed, then let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed this murder?
Can I save it? I don't think I can save it. What's my proof? Is it the spear itself? I don't want to get another penalty. I'm just going to present the murder weapon. Your Honor, the murder weapon was the samurai spear. That very spear is shown here in this photo. How could the boy have taken the spear? It's impossible.
I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this?
The windbag, speechless. This has got to be a first.
Very well. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness. Miss Wendy? Was that her name?
Something Oldbag, Your Honor.
Then the prosecution will look further into this Oldbag before we continue. That is all. The court is adjourned.
Yay.
Wait a second.
Uh-oh.
I'm not going to just sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree. Me? I'm talking.
It's like, oh, great. Stop the presses. The windbag wants to talk.
Miss Oldbag, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony?
Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about.
Not talk about? By whom? Huh? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk?
Well, testify.
This is unexpected. My lips were sealed.
Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studios that day. But if you're going to accuse me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free.
Ms Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now?
Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap. And I always do what I'm told.
No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the Oldbag.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
The power of the Oldbag. Alright, Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. Who were those people?
Well, the director and the producer, for starters.
The director? We should have known something was fishy. How would they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director? Of course. Yeah, now we're basically like, Edgeworth and I are kind of working together because we're learning new information about the case that neither of us knew about.
Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it.
So where are these people?
The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime, and they had a meeting after that.
Where?
Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer.
Studio 2? It was the Studio 2? Yeah, so I mean, why? Our character was like questioning that, but we specifically asked about it, and we were told that it was like closed and no one used it, but it's a lie.
Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is. You go through the gate and all the way to the left. The path where the monkey's head has fallen, or the path where the monkey's head's fallen over.
Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination?
I think I've already asked all my questions, but I'll continue. Alright. Ms Oldbag, this is a trial for murder.
I know that's silly. Still, they were pretty convincing about having nothing to do with it. And they gave me a little bonus on the side.
You got your bonus and still talk? I think I've asked all the questions I have to ask. Let's just take a break. Your Honor, we've learned there were others at Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers.
The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Ms Oldbag, and more information about these other people we have just been told of.
I understand, Your Honor.
This ends this day's proceedings. In the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. The court is adjourned.
Yeah, I like how for a brief period, like for brief moments there, like you and Edgeworth actually work together to try and get the truth out of the witness. That's nice. That's actually nice. It's really nice to be cooperative for once.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me.
Oh, really? It's nothing. Oh, or should I? Right, because yep. Maya keeps stealing people's like thing. She called Detective Kamashu pal, and he's always Mr. Powers has always been sniffing. So she's We'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up at the next trial as witnesses for sure, or for certain. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination. So Nick, have we figured out just who it was in that Steel Samurai costume? Could it really have been old Windbag? What do you think, Mr. Powers?
I don't think it was her, really.
Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers. Poor old Windbag. I feel kinda sorry for her. Well, she wasn't winning any points in there, with or without my accusation. Okay, let's go down to the studios. Right, we'll be right back. We'll be back to visit you soon.
Thanks. Thanks, guys.
To be continued, yeah. I always leave these episodes like right before the end of the episode, or end of the section. Oh well. October 18, Wright & Co. Law Offices. Phew, what a day.
This is no time for relaxing, Nick. Say, you think Willpower's got a chance?
I guess that really depends on the people we find out about it in today's trial.
The director and the producer.
Yeah, them.
Well, what are we doing here then? Let's go to the studios.
Okay, well let's first talk. What to do? What do you think we should do?
What do I, huh? Why don't we do what you just said? You gotta get the scoop on this director and producer.
Oh, right. Then there's no point in hanging out here.
That's what I've been saying! Let's get to those photos, those studios pronto.
Okay, let's move. Let's get out of here. Oh, do we go to the detention? We should go to the detention center first.
Oh, Mr. Wright. Thank you for earlier.
Not at all. We got lucky, to tell the truth.
You can say that again.
Let's not.
So, Will Powers. So, WP, do you have any leads that might get us going in the right direction?
Sorry, but no.
Be sure to tell us anything that comes to mind, no matter how small.
We can't rely on getting lucky again tomorrow. Also, the trial's tomorrow, then. Oh god, I just heard it's raining outside. Hope it doesn't get too loud.
Yes.
Alright, firstly... is he an ore of... Okay, no, it doesn't even say the second dialogue line that time. The fanboy. Do fanboys sneak into the studios often?
No, not that I know of. That security lady's pretty strict with them.
But in today's testimony, didn't she say they were often hanging around?
The kids really, really love the Steel Samurai. They sneak past when she's not looking, I guess.
The director. Was the director present at the morning's run-through?
Yes, he was. He was directing how the Steel Samurai and the evil magistrate should move.
Why didn't you tell us this before?
Well, just the studio asked us to keep quiet.
So he was gonna go to prison before...
That has nothing to do with this. I hate to repeat myself, but Nick here is a newbie, lawyer, fresh off the bar. When he loses, he's going to lose big.
I see.
Whose side is she on?
You aren't hiding anything else from us, are you?
No, I sure hope not.
Yeah, we'll have to come back to him once we found some more evidence at the studios.
No one's here.
Right, now that they have Ms Oldbag in custody, I guess they don't have anyone else to replace her.
Hey, in the guard station, look! She left her donuts.
What? I wasn't gonna eat them. Sure you weren't. The main entrance to the studios. They probably have a police officer on patrol out there. Why is one bird like super loud in this screen? And what's on the computer? The computer that runs the security cameras. Looks like it's been turned off for the day. Oh, that's suspicious. Okay, let's move. From here, we can go to... Should we go back to the employee area real quick?
Look, it's that assistant girl. Hey!
All right, British voice.
Hi. WP's lawyers, right? I heard about the trial. Great job, guys.
Oh, don't mention it.
Is it true they caught the security lady?
It's just like,
Actually, she just called me. She told me to cover up the drain.
You mean that one? Wow, what a mess.
I know. I'm not so good with handiwork. Some assistant, right? Yeah, but you do work on the props and the backdrops, right? Right. Just lots of times they end up looking worse than they did before I fixed them.
Oh?
Oh, well, I'm sure these things happen. Nothing to worry yourself about. You're right, I won't.
Personally, I think she should worry at least a little bit more.
If you'll excuse me, I had to go to the guard station. I'm supposed to fill in for Ms Oldbag. Right, see you later then. Good luck with your investigation.
Okay, well, let's look at this immediately.
So the fanboy that we're talking about in the trial today, he came in through that drain?
So it seems. I guess they covered it up in a hurry.
Hey Nick! If that drain's covered, the boy won't be able to get in.
Yeah, I think that was the idea.
I feel kinda sorry for him though, don't you?
What, do you want to rip the grate off?
Really, Nick? We can?
Whoa, she's serious. Uh-oh. I don't know if that's a good idea. But I want to be able to speak with the kid, so sure, rip it open. Well, I guess some things are just made to be broken. Yay, you know, Nick, you're pretty swell sometimes. Sometimes. Hiya! There, that should make these kids happy. The things we do. The drain grate is off, and I know who did it. Now the kids will be able to come in again. Doesn't it make you feel great to do a good deed like that? Must be feel nice feeling free of guilt. Okay, I think most of these are the same as the other day. Remains of the other day's lunch, just get it around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. T-bone steak. A T-bone on one of the plates, minus the steak. Oh. Hey Nick, I examined the door and it said something. It said it was not locked. Hey Nick, let's go in. Maybe there'll be something else to steal. Hey, we're not thieves. But we did take that key card, or card key. We borrowed that. That's a difference. There's the difference. Let's go inside. Chapter 18. This is where the Steel Samurai costume was on the day of the murder. That's what Mr. Powers says at least. I guess they snuck in and took it while he was sleeping. But Nick, what if Mr. Powers hadn't been sleeping? I wonder what the killer was planning on doing then. Huh. She's got a point. I'll just point out anything that I think is new. Wait, Nick. Oh, I examined the tray with tea and cookies. Nick! Oh, what now? These snacks. They've passed the expiration date. Then don't eat them. Oh, they're snacks. They're meant to be eaten. Mr. Powers' bag. I wonder what's inside. Hey! Supermarket tabloids? Wow, I'm kind of shocked. Maya, leave those alone. Wolfmen found on Mars. I'll have to buy that issue. I don't see anything new. Maybe I'll need to, like, there'll be something in here next time I check. Oh! Oh, hello. Oh ho! You look a little out of place. It's the clothes, isn't it? I thought my camo vest might do the trick. Kind of an alternative guard fashion thing. Oh wait, should we talk to her? Yeah, let's talk to her. So, how are the studios doing? The police were wandering around everywhere. It's terrible. They won't even let me clean up. Don't want me disturbing evidence. I haven't even cleaned up our lunch plates from the day of the murder. You mean those plates with the steak bones left over on them on the employee area? Yeah, can you believe it? Do kids sneak in here a lot? Well, I don't think there's many of them, but I do see one in particular a bunch. He's always gawking at the sets or snapping pictures. You should see old Windbag's eyes flash when she sees them. She has a bit of trouble catching him though. I heard something at the trial today. They said that the director and the producer were here at the day of the murder. Oh, sorry. I was in the prop storage room, so I didn't see them. I guess they were here though. The studio head seemed pretty eager to keep us quiet. So they were trying to protect the director? More the producer, really. The producer's our real star here. She saved these studios from the brink of disaster and kept them running. I don't think we'd still be in business if it weren't for that producer. The producer, huh? Well, let's go to Studio 2. Hey, Nick. It looks like the Detective Gumshoe isn't here today. You're right. He's probably up to his neck in paperwork after the commotion at today's trial. So, Nick, remember that Studio 2 we heard about on the trial today? It was down that path with the fallen tree, right? Yeah, I think that's what they said. Maybe the director and the rest of them are there today. Now's our chance, Nick. Let's check it out. Firstly, I'm sure there's nothing new to check. Okay. Sorry, once again, I thought this was dialogue we'd seen before. Basically, Maya's like, why don't we ask the assistant to fix the monkey's head? I'm not sure we really want her fixing anything. And you'd probably need a crane to move that thing. Probably so. Let's just try and move. We could look inside Studio 1 again, but I'm gonna go straight to outside Studio 2. Yeah, Studio 2 entrance. This place is deserted. Crash.
Eek! Nick! What was that noise?
It sounded like it came from inside the trailer. Someone must be inside.
Hello?
No answer.
Pretty suspicious if you ask me, Nick. Let's go in.
I'm not sure we should be barging in.
Huh? It's locked. What? Don't we have a key?
No, but there's probably one in the guard station at the main gate.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's borrow it.
If they'll let us. Before we do that, let's examine some things. On closer inspection, this trailer looks like it's been here for a while. I don't think this is part of some temporary film set. The trailer door, it's locked. The key is probably in the security guard station. I doubt they'd let us borrow it. There's some flowers here.
Wow, so pretty. They're taking good care of these.
Don't get too close. That fence looks dangerous. These look like materials for making a movie set.
They've been sitting here for quite some time. This might as well be a junkyard.
Oh, examine the table. Looks like 2 people ate here. There's nothing left on the plates.
So they ate T-bone steaks too?
What is it with steaks around here?
Hey, there's always room for steak.
But something does seem out of place. What? I don't know, it just feels odd. The slide? Something does feel odd. An incinerator. Apparently they just put this one in. It's already covered in soot. They must not clean it much. A light van for moving staff and equipment around. They've kept it in pretty good shape. Looks like it'd run fine.
Well, let's go for a drive.
Sure, if I had a license.
Nick, you don't have a driver's license?
But look, I have this.
Why are you showing me your attorney's badge, Nick?
Because that's what I worked for, instead of getting a license. I wish I could do that with my computer science degree. I wish I had a badge for my computer science degree. There's a big 2 painted here.
Probably because it's Studio 2.
Probably, although it doesn't look anything like a studio. Yeah, alright. I think that's it for the examinable things. Alright, let's go back to the guard station. Oopsies. Not the computer. The station itself. The security guard station. I can see the computer that runs the security cameras. Oh, please don't touch anything in there. The security lady would knock the stuffing out of me if she knew. I really want the key for that trailer. Maybe next time. We'll go back to the employee area. I kind of want to be like, oh, the grate has fallen off again. And get her to move.
Hey, look, that's the chair the director sits in.
Yep, we saw this. I thought the idea would be, oh, there's like something that the director was using. Surely? No? No? Man, I'm at a loss. Like, how do we, I think I'm gonna have to go back to my law offices and ask Maya. Any ideas? Alright, no, wrong one. What to do? Get the script on the director and producer. Okay, I'm actually confused. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. I can't talk to her about anything else. Where am I supposed to go? Do I have to like present her something? Say, you work with the props, right? What about that murder weapon? You mean the samurai spear? Yeah, it's a prop, but it's still pretty heavy. I hate having to carry that thing around. So you have to be pretty strong to use that as a weapon, it sounds like. Why is Mr. Powers the only person I can think of? Could you take a look at this? That's Mr. Powers. Why is he dragging his leg like that? What is this anyway? Looks like she didn't know about the photo or the injury that morning. Never mind. Wow, they gave a lawyer one of those key cards? Well, I'm sort of borrowing it. I see. You better be careful not to lose that. They're very strict about those key cards here. I guess they're pretty good about keeping these out of outsiders' hands. Thanks, I'll be careful. Maybe present some stuff to willpowers. Regarding the murder weapon.
Yes.
Is it heavy, that spear?
It's pretty hefty, yeah. I don't think the average person would be able to swing it around effectively.
And that's the spear that broke or something during the morning run-through?
Oh yes, I goofed on a round kick, you see. I broke the spear. The security lady fixed it for me right away, though.
With duct tape, we heard. Regarding this photograph.
Yes?
This really, truly, absolutely isn't you, right?
Right. I was sleeping in my dressing room the whole time, honest.
But who else could have worn it? Your costume was in your dressing room? In your dressing room? Question mark?
Yes. I guess they snuck in and took it while I was asleep.
But who? We found this keycard in your dressing room.
Oh, that's mine, yes.
Can people outside the studios get these cards?
I don't think so. Even I have to return the card. Once the show's done filming, that is.
Huh. In the trial, they said Studio 2 was down this path. The monkey head is in the way, but we should be able to get by without a problem. This monkey head is really heavy. Well, it did knock that tree over when it fell. Both of these, the monkey's head and the tree, fell the day of the murder, didn't they? Yeah, that's what Detective Gumshoe said. Oh? Oh, I was like, where am I going? What have I got to do? After removing the grate. I was supposed to leave and come back. And then go in the dressing room. What the fuck? What the fuck? Who are you dudes, Lamau? Okay. Oh my god. What the fuck? Huh? Wait, you first. Who are you? You look pretty suspicious to me. Whatever, lamers. How could you not know the great Thalmanella? I make the lead... What voice am I giving you? It's like trying to give him a lisp, but it doesn't really work with the way he talks. I make delete shows. The Steel Samurai. Oh, that's right. I remember who this is. Okay, now that I remember who it is. I make delete shows. The Steel Samurai. Mine. RFTC. Read the film credits. Really? You're the Salmonella? I'm sorry, you looked so sorry. No, quite alright, really. It's fine, Ruffle. What is it? You know, on closer inspection. Yeah, hot slobber. Hey, did you do a lot of cosplay? 'Cause that costume Roxor's drool. Roxor's? What? Hey, you're drooling! Huh? Lol, buffer overrun, pant. You've triggered my creative powers. Yes, it's coming to me, Pink Princess. Gamer. I should have done a more like gamer voice, but he just looks like a sniveling. The sequel to the Steel Samurai, Pink Princess, Warrior of Little Old Tokyo. I see. Raffle Lamau. I think that actually becomes the next show, if I'm not mistaken. This actually is the successor to the Steel Samurai. Pink Princess. Why is it gotta be Little Old Tokyo? Why can't I have a cool name like Neo Old Tokyo? Maya, we really need to talk about cool. Talk about what cool means. So no, this isn't I thought it was the kid coming through the vent. No. I don't know how he got here without me seeing him. But apparently he got here without me seeing him. Hey Nick, what now? The snacks. There was twice as much here before. I ate them. They were past their expiration date anyway. Ruffle. She's biting her lip and staring at me with tears welling in her eyes. I suddenly thought, oh, I better check the room just in case there's something. He's very sweaty. He looks like he has something to hide. The day of the crime. Did you notice anything unusual on the day of the murder? Oh, I know who Jew dudes are. That security lady told Jew about us, eh? That's right. It was a pretty regular day. We had a run-through for an action scene in the morning. Then a meeting from lunchtime in the Studio 2 trailer. Heh, I was so busy I didn't even get a chance to eat lunch. A T-bone steak, was it? Yeah, sucksores. I hate missing out on food. Nick, what does sucksores mean? No idea. Anyway, I was in a meeting until noon after 4. In a meeting from noon until after 4. With the producer and some bigwigs from the network. Mr. Hammer's time of death was estimated at 2:30 p.m. If he's telling the truth, that means that meeting gives him an alibi. The producer. About the producer who was in the who's at the meeting with you. Oh, you mean Dee Vasquez? She's a genius, mad skills all the way. Scary though, sweats. She brought these studios back from the brink of destruction. She's the one who made it possible for me to make the Steel Samurai. You had a meeting with her on the day of the murder, right? Yeah, we were together from noon till 4. The whole time. Oh, where are you? Where are you now? Who exactly are these big wigs people keep mentioning? Oh, the boss over at the network and some sponsors. Also a few production guys. They piled into a limousine and got here right around noon. Major tension. I'm gonna ignore the sweats and drools and stuff like that for this guy. Don't want to add to the gross already. Were all of them with you the entire time? Yeah, unfortunately. They're all gray-haired geezers. Scowl. Ignore it, Rory. Ignore the scowl. Sounds like they'd be a reliable witness. There'd be reliable witnesses. I try not to pay much attention to things that don't interest me. Lol. Why are you staring at me like that? That grosses me out. This is WP, right? How do you know? Well, look, he's obviously dragging his foot. Oh, right. The director would know about the injury. He was there. No more stuff to talk about with him? No, okay. So I suppose I just leave then? Oh?
Aha! You again? Eek. How rude, acting like you've seen a ghost.
You certainly got back to your post quickly.
Oh, the police took me away, they did. They pulled out a spare steel samurai costume. Told me to put it on. Can you imagine? How could I? A sweet little old lady wear a giant suit like that?
Mr. Powers is pretty tall.
As soon as they saw it, there was no way I could wear it. They let me go.
I guess that would rule her out being the murderer.
Anyway, know this, whippersnapper. This old lady never forgets a slight or insult. And you won't get any information out of me. My lips are sealed.
You sure are talking a lot for someone with sealed lips.
Starting now. 1, 2, 3.
This lady's too much. Start asking her questions immediately. About that kid you said you saw.
If I see him again, I'm taking him down.
Nick, look at her eyes. She's serious. The director and all. Actually, et al. I don't know if that means and all. I don't know what et al. means. I feel like I learned it once, but I just don't remember. Editing Rory is probably gonna look it up. About the director, the one who was here on the day of the murder.
If I see him again, I'm taking him down.
Nick, I think she's losing it. Okay. Well, let's see if I examine this. Security guard station. I can see the computer. Yep.
Hey, no touching.
Okay. Damn it. Well, I think we're actually out of time for searching. Although I was running around for a while there with doing nothing. Struggling. Oh, he's here now. Hey. Hey, wait. I'll bet he came in right through that drain. Hey, I'm Kiddo. What's your name, sport? I'm not a kid, so don't talk to me like that. Huh? But you are a kid. What a rude little brat. There's no way to talk to an adult. That's no way to talk to an adult. I don't see no adults here, hippie fashion chick. Their voices are too similar. Hippie fashion? Nick, I think I'm being mocked. You gotta hand it to Maya. She's pretty sharp and pretty mad.
I'm Cody. Cody Hackins.
Oh, he's so short that the thing covers most of his face.
Call me kiddo again and I'll cut you down where you stand, evildoer.
Just talk. Steel Samurai. So you're a fan of the Steel Samurai?
How dare you utter that name, evildoer? What do you mean? We're on the...
That's way too similar.
What do you mean? We're on the Steel Samurai's side. Ha ha ha! You can't fool me. Okay, then what's the last line said by the innkeeper in episode 8? Ha! Easy. Like some fries with that? Not bad, kiddo. Or kiddio.
I keep reading it as kiddo. It's kiddio. Weird.
Watch it.
What are they doing? What happened? Say, you heard anything about the incident the other day? Oh, that face.
You were here, weren't you?
Did you see anything?
He always... The Steel Samurai always wins, always! Yeah, I saw him. I saw everything. What? But no way I'm telling you losers.
What?
Well, wait! Let me go!
And he cross slimes through. Slimes his way out the... He's gone. Huh. Something fell off the table when he bumped into it on his way out. A bottle? Why was this sitting there, I wonder? Empty bottle slipped into pocket. The label reads sleeping pills. Anyway, what was that kid saying? He saw everything. Well, with that revelation, we're gonna leave that there. If you like what you saw, hit like. If you want to see more from me, then subscribe. I accidentally nearly recorded for a full hour. I try not to do that because it usually makes episodes too long. But yeah, we've got some real key evidence for the next part of the trial. I feel like there's 2 more trial sections before we're finished. There's the rest of this exploration section, and there's like a mini exploration section and a mini trial section after. So there's a little bit more to see and do before we wrap this up. Wrap this case up. with a not guilty for our person and a guilty for another person. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time.